During the previous videos, I shared the reason I'm running this channel, what I lost, what I gained and learned, and also about forgiveness and love. This time I would like to briefly share my family's story. I humbly ask you to watch this video till the end. There are 5 people in my family, my parents, me, and my younger brother and sister. I'm the oldest among 3 children. When I heard my childhood story, I guess I followed my dad well. And you know, some say first daughter resembles her dad. I think I have more similar characteristics with my dad more than my mom. I kinda benefited from my dad's characteristic. He supported me to experience diverse things. When I were to challenge something, he said, "Fine, do it," and supported me. I think my dad strongly raised me. And later on, I realized that my dad kind of had a bit of affection for me. On the other hand, when I saw my mom's characteristic, I grew up thinking, I don't want to be like that. Of course, after I left SCJ, my view towards my mom totally changed. Now I love my mom so much. When I thought of my family's image as a middle school student, it was negative. I preferred getting along with my friends in school rather than staying at home. Honestly, at the time, I went to school to play with friends, not to study. After spending happy and joyful time with laughter with my friends and came home, I became so quiet. Quite opposite. Outside, I was bright and cheerful. At home, I was dark. Actually, it wasn't negative all the time. I also have few good memories. My family went on a family trip at least once a year. And when my private institute was over late at night, my mom sometimes came to bring me. Just that my mom was busy taking care of 2 siblings, I had to do many things by myself. When I was young, I was quite close with my younger brother, but we became distant as we grew up. During my puberty, I teased my younger sister a lot. When I think of my parents, I had a feeling of both love and hatred, especially when I think of my dad. But at the same time, I remember when I imagined my parents' death, I sometimes wept before I went to sleep. Looking back, I had a feeling of both love and hatred towards my parents, but I also had a desire of appreciation and acknowledgement. And these kind of complex feelings towards my family became one of the reasons why I stuck more into SCJ. Some doctrines of SCJ gave me a big hope, which are eternal life in flesh, world with no death, so that I don't need to be forever apart with the loving ones. And if I become kingdom and the priest, my family will also attain salvation. Once during the cell gathering in SCJ, I had a time to think and share the reason why I'm in SCJ. I received a question like, "Jay, why are you in SCJ? What makes you be here even though there are so many hardships?" I answered, because of my family. Of course, also because of other reasons like because I thought SCJ's fulfillment is correct, because I believe God is only in SCJ, and etc. It's obvious that I want to get salvation, but it was meaningless to me unless with others. My hope was to get salvation with my family and friends as well. That's why I endured in SCJ even though it was sometimes harsh. I also imagined my parents being happy and appreciating me in the future. Even though the world does not acknowledge Shincheonji now and persecute like that, definitely there will be a time when truth wins and the whole world acknowledges Shincheonji. And that will be the time when my parents compliment me and appreciate me, saying good job. In October 2019, my parents found out me being in SCJ. I entered SCJ Center in 2014 and entered SCJ Church in 2015, so they realized when I was 5th year in SCJ. Before, I lied to my parents. But my dad saw one material which was indisputable, and I thought, time has come. My parents went mad, so I gave up recruiting them. I thought, now that my parents already know, I should get a permission from them on this occasion, even though it wouldn't be easy. After everything was revealed, I and my parents fought almost every day for 4 months, especially me and my dad. It really was like living in hell. However, once I realized that SCJ, which I prioritized more than my family, was a place where I should not be, and also a fraud organization in the name of religion, that it's fake from its establishment, its fulfillment being all made up, giving glory to leader Manhee Lee and leadership not Jesus, and etc. Not looking back, I could leave SCJ. After I left SCJ, I consistently had conversation with my parents. We untangled things together. We shared our scars, which derived from one another. We needed time to understand one another why I had to act like that at the time. Also regarding drawing the picture for my future, my dad's hope and my hope collided few times. Each time I had to persuade my dad, and at last my dad agreed that I need time to organize my past and prepare for my future. This part is what I wanted to share. My family might look same when comparing the past and now. However, I changed a lot, and my parents as well. Each and every one of my family are changing, and untangling things within our family relationship is still in progress. One example, in the past when we fought, we just passed by without conclusion. But now we find a reason together, listen to one another's opinion, and try to solve it through communication. Recently, my dad, all of a sudden, said to me, "Can I hug you? I'm so relieved that you are out of SCJ." And he hugged me. It was a new experience, and I was relieved too that my dad has feeling of relief and thankfulness. Still, we sometimes fight, we lack many things, but we are still trying. I think this is the biggest change within my family. Now I just let things out a lot to my mom. We talk about our faith, sometimes talk about SCJ. My mom knows I'm trying to help others and she supports me. I didn't get any support from my mom when I was in SCJ, which is of course, but now I'm receiving a lot. Sometimes my parents help other parents as well. My relationship with siblings changed as well. My younger brother recently told me I am the one whom he can talk his inner things since he feels the generation gap with parents but not with me. I also talk my personal things with my younger brother as well. And most of all, the fact that my younger brother was shocked to hear that I am in SCJ made me wonder but later felt thankful. During 4 months when I fought with my parents, I felt like I was being treated as an outcast in my home, but I at least felt I can talk with my younger brother. And my younger sister, I got to love her so much. She entered the same university with me last year, so I'm sharing information to her. She went on a date with me, traveled together. I became an older sister who pays the shot for younger brother and sister. When I was in SCJ, I was pathetic to see my siblings, but after I left SCJ, I got to find good and new things about them. I realized there are few things to learn from them as well. I started to have affection for them. Now they are precious to me. In SCJ, I only ran forward, no matter how my relationship with people around me was. I only waited for that day when every blessing will be given. I didn't care about the present but only the future, and this made me neglect my family situation. Whenever I felt sorry and guilty to my family, I thought, there will be the time when all things will settle down at once, and everyone will understand me that time why I was like this. I ignored many things. Also because my SCJ schedule was too hectic, I had no energy to take care of myself and my family. However, I'm trying my best to do well to my family now, not in the future, and trying to express my feelings now. I came out of destructive life and now living my new life with new view, new perspective, new attitude and mindset. And there is my family in my new life. Our relationship is still creaking, but I can share my story like this because I am sure that will be better. And I'm getting help from God as well. There will be families who are struggling even though one left SCJ. But in order for something to change, there must be each and everyone's effort as well. It won't be easy, but I think it's possible. I'll end up here. cheering and praying for peace within every family. Thanks.